I'm an engineer, I've got an advanced engineering degree and I've got business qualifications as well. So I've worked in the defence and aerospace, national security sort of area the entire duration of my career really. I had 5.5 years working for a defence contractor in the US, and when I returned to Australia I started up a defence technology consulting outfit, and so I was lucky enough to be appointed to the Chief Executive Officer's role at DMTC when it was first established back in 2008. So as a Chief Executive Officer, my role is to really implement the strategy that the Board of Directors puts in place, and that strategy is all around developing technology and underpinning capability that supports industrial capability in the defence and national security context. So our role really is to make sure that industry is capable of providing the best support to the Australian Defence Organisation with the technology and innovation underpinning. DMTC was founded in 2008. Originally our role with our research and industrial partners was to deliver on a range of technology development activities that were put forward as part of a bid into a program that Defence operated that is now a legacy program, doesn't operate anymore. Since that time, DMTC has changed its operating details a little bit, but the basic operating principles remain the same. The role of the organisation is to support industrial capability underpinned by technology and innovation. How we interact with government, how we interact with our industry and research sector stakeholders is interesting. We are an independent organisation, we're a public company, we're a not-for-profit. So we're not part of the Defence Department, but we operate because the Defence Department needs us to be here. And so far we've been successful in being able to provide program activities and to deliver technologies that are supporting the activities of the ADO through that industrial capability pathway. DMTC is an independent company. It's a company limited by guarantee, and so in terms of the governance structure we have an independent skills-based board of directors. In terms of who it reports to, we have a range of members who are effectively shareholders in the organisation, but as members they don't derive any dividend benefit. Their role in engaging with DMTC is purely in that altruistic support to the objectives of the organisation. So we report into our member group, we report into our partner group, and obviously through contracts and through our arrangements with the defence customer, we clearly want to make sure that our defence customer is happy and engaged in what we're doing, because that's success for us. So that's where our accountabilities lie. DMTC operates headquarters staff of about 11 people, including a couple of part-timers. So we're a virtual organisation and we deliver our capability through our partner organisations. So last financial year, we had over 500 people involved in our activities and a full-time equivalent of somewhere around 160, 170 people. That's spread across every state in Australia and I think every state and territory except the ACT. So the model is that we deliver our capability through our partner organisations. The capability of DMTC itself is around our ability to conceive and manage and deliver those technology programs in that innovation and collaborative context. So we have an ISO 9001 accreditation in the organisation. We manage our own national security, so we can run those programs in a very controlled, very structured national security context. But the programs and the activities themselves are delivered through our partner organisations so that they benefit from it, so that they get the capability and Defence gets the ability to access its capability through those partners. We have a range of partners across the industrial and research spectrum. In terms of our industry partners, Thales is a partner, BAE Systems is a partner, we've got BlueScope Steel, we've got RUAG Engineering, we've got a range of different partners, and we've had a naval group, of course, the submarine contractor is a partner in DMTC. In terms of our research sector partners, we have 16 universities across Australia. DST Group is a very valued partner. ANSTO and CSIRO are both also valued partners. So we've got access to a range of that innovation capability from the research sector. A lot of our industrial partners come from the prime contractors or the big end of town, but just as importantly, we have a range of partnerships up and down the supply chain that involve SMEs and supply chain participants whose job it is to support the activities of those primes. We have a number of programs in what I would broadly call platform-specific areas, such as the C5000 activity, and we're supporting the Naval Shipbuilding Plan in that regard. So that's a big activity to look at a whole range of manufacturing, design, sustainment planning, and those types of activities in support of the shipbuilding plan. We're also involved in other programs across the land and sea domains, for example. A new program that we're running is in the medical countermeasures area, which is more of an enabling capability program, and we've got a lot of partnerships in Western Australia, and that's been a terrific relationship for us. So DMTC doesn't actually look so much at a particular technology area. We look at a problem definition from the defence customer or the national security customer, and how we can deploy our collaborative model to support delivery against that capability and against that problem statement. So if the technology that's required to support that is materials, fine, we can work in materials. If it's medical countermeasures, great, we can work there as well. The key thing for us is that there's a genuine collaboration between the industrial partners, the research sector partners, and we need a strong engagement from the national security customer so that we know that the work we're doing is being developed into the right context. DMTC is attached to the Defence Innovation Hub, which was an initiative that was set up as part of the 2016 Defence Industry Policy Statement. Prior to that, as I might have mentioned before, prior to that DMTC was the recipient of a grant, but that finished up in about 2014-2015. So since then, our engagement has been through a range of individual contractual arrangements using our collaborative model through individual areas in defence. And I mentioned before the land activity. So we were contracted in to provide some technical support to the DiggerWorks organisation. We're also currently working with the shipbuilding enterprise through the C5000 program office. We've been successful with a range of individual projects through the Innovation Hub, but our attachment formally for our enabling activities is through the Defence Innovation Hub, and we also work very closely with DST Group through their Next Generations Technology Fund, particularly where it relates to the medical countermeasures activity, for example. DMTC is headquartered in Victoria. We are a national organisation, and so we have collaborations across states. We have a few projects that run entirely within one state, but a lot of our programs and projects, in fact I'd say most of them, are genuine collaborations across states. So in the context of Western Australia, we've had a long-standing relationship in our medical countermeasures activity with the University of Western Australia. We're about to start a new project which we're very excited about that partners up CSIRO with a WA company called Boulos and Cooper. So we tend to look across states and we tend to pick the best capability from all around Australia. It's completely normal and not at all uncommon for us to have collaborations between the University of Queensland, for example, looking at titanium manufacturing and titanium machining optimisation with a company or university research partner in New South Wales and delivering a capability into South Australia in BAE Systems. And I often get asked, what is DMTC's key achievement? And I suppose one of the things that I'm most proud of as the Chief Executive Officer is that we have a really strong track record of our partners re-engaging and continuing to want to work with us. So we know we're doing something right if we're delivering world-leading technology into industrial partners and they're being successful in either selling through defence supply chains or directly to the defence customer. In terms of individual technologies, we have technologies in a range of defence platforms. We've been going for nearly 11 years now, so you'd expect us, if we were being successful, to have been able to deliver that. We've got technology on the Bushmaster, the land vehicles. We're working on the Hawkeye land vehicle through Land 121 Phase 4. We've got a range of body armour and personal protective technologies that have been successful through the DiggerWorks model, and that's gone in through Land 125. We have some of our technology flying around here at the Air Show on the Joint Strike Fighter. Corrosion protective technologies on the Hornet platform. We're of course engaged in the maritime activities. We've got technology on the air warfare destroyer, the Anzac frigate, and we're working on the future frigate. So in terms of, I get a lot of satisfaction from knowing that the teams that DMTC works with have been so successful in putting that into service. But probably the key for us as an organisation is we need that re-engagement. We don't make money from our own technology, and the pride that we get, I suppose, is that we're supporting a national security objective and that our industrial partners keep coming back and want to re-engage. The future of DMTC is really where the defence customer, the national security customer, wants to take us. By our nature, DMTC is a support organisation. It's not for us to dictate what technologies need to be developed. It's not for us to dictate what capabilities are required. The key thing for DMTC is to make sure that we remain responsive not only to our defence and national security customers, but also to our industrial partners and the research sector organisations who are investing in the work that we do to the same degree or to roughly equivalent degrees as those defence customers. It's important that each of those stakeholder groups derives benefit from its work with our organisation so that they keep coming back.